What's going on? It's your man's Moo Man on the mic, back again with the Initiative Podcast, episode 15, where we get into everything celebrity news, world news, sociology, psychology, and WTF. Let's go. Okay, on a Good Friday, shout out to all those who follow the Christian culture. Happy Good Friday. Okay, we got our headline hero.
It's the hero, the headline hero.
Okay, our headline hero is, in fact, Keri Hilson. Yes, Keri Hilson is back, which is trending all across the internet. Early reviews are in off her latest album, We Need to Talk. And just to give you a clear understanding, let me read to you some of these Instagram posts, okay? At part of the AK fam, we have We Need to Talk was worth the wait. My God, it's a work of art. That's crazy. At Natural Vampire, oh, this is the Keri Hilson I've missed so much. You know it, girl. At Cruelty Youth City, Keri Hilson is back and so authentic, liberated, raw, and real. Naked touched my soul. I love Keri Hilson. You deserve to be at peace. And yes, she does. Okay, it's been declared her top 4 songs from at Carmel T is Scream, Naked, Whatever, Something About You, and at Illest Sun07 saying it is easily a 10 out of 10. Shout out to Keri Hilson. She is back with vicious and peaceful applause. You understand what I'm saying? That's also my shout out. You know, I had to make sure I hadn't forgot that. And she's just doing her thing, making her rounds. If you haven't listened to her album, We Need to Talk, definitely go check that out on a Good Friday, ladies and gentlemen. On a Good Friday. Again, I say, this is the update. Y'all already know what it is. Keri Hilson, you already know. Yes, she squashed the rumors. Yes, she squashed the beef. Yes, she squashed her demons. Well, she squashed them for now. You know, the demons are persistent. But I love me some Keri Hilson. And once again, shout out to Keri Hilson. Alright, boom. That is the headline hero.
She's the hero, the headline hero.
Okay, y'all already know what it is. It is now time for headline hunting. Let's do some headline hunting.
Here we go, we on the hunt. We the hunters, the headline hunters.
Okay, we got the headline hunting. And we definitely eating and feeding from Tezlyn Figaro. She talks Push the Line with Angela Yee on the Way Up podcast. Push the politics until something happens, she says. You know what I'm saying? Push the Line is a nonpartisan political training program she has designed herself, okay? Her expertise in social economics and organizing with her master's in adult education is, you know, she champions and is championing action in local politics. And this is what I've been saying in a couple of my previous episodes, how we need to band together and start hitting the neighborhoods, start hitting these local city councils, neighborhood councils, I mean all the way down to school meetings, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about looking for the brightest and youngest of the, you know, all the way to kindergarten, junior high, high school. And what I don't mean grooming, what I mean is looking for and pointing out, putting in positions of power even at a childhood age, especially if they're exceptional, if they are stars. You see what I'm saying? Within their own, you know, community, within their own families, we need to push the line as a culture, a political culture within the black community, so that we do not get short-sighted or blindsided by what is going on in this country. You see what I'm saying? This is our country too, ladies and gentlemen. And Tezlyn Figaro with her Push the Line, and mind you, this, I mean, it's one of the best ideas I've ever heard of. I'm definitely signing up for almost all of her lessons the minute I can integrate it into my lifestyle as an activist artist. I don't want to jump the, you know what I'm saying, broom quite just yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to move my chess pieces in a rush. I'm definitely playing defense right now with everything I got going on, and I got a lot going on. Oh yeah, shout out to the Nettercoin clothing company that I just dropped a website. Go check that out at the Fourth Wall. But what I'm saying is, push the line, the political pressure that we need to keep putting on the supposed right and the supposed left to have a voice, and a supposed right to understand and do not be colorblind by history, nor be colorblind moving into the future. We are moving into 2026, ladies and gentlemen, and yes, I keep emphasizing that now because time is moving so fast, and with the political pressures worldwide and the geopolitics that are at play right now, it's not looking good the minute somebody moves their rook, their bishop, or their pawn too late or too early. Okay? That's how I see it. Mind you, on top of a game of risk. All right? We got to make sure that we get our political funds in order, get our political voices in order, and get behind Tesla and Figaro. And I'm serious about this, man. All right? I mean, it's just period. All right? We're moving on. Okay. We got Kush and Orange Juice 2 dropped and became an instant classic in the musical conversation that is Wiz Khalifa. The musical conversation that is Wiz Khalifa, ladies and gentlemen. He sat down with the Breakfast Club earlier today promoting Kush and Orange Juice 2. And if y'all understand Wiz Khalifa, you know, he's 37 now. He is a cultural phenomenon. All right. Ever since he clicked up with Snoop Dogg, he has learned how to master his brand and take his brand to a whole nother level. You see what I'm saying? He stays out the way. He's a father to his kids, you know what I'm saying? Just had a daughter, and this, that, and the third. And it's like, I love me some Wiz Khalifa. I ain't even gonna hold you. All of his music are now classics. All of his musics are a movement. They're all timeless. You know, they're pieces of art. He's a walking piece of art as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, he does his own thing and smokes like the best he can smoke. And shout out to all the smoker heads out there. Y'all already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? From one to another. Shout out to the highest levels of Kush and Orange Juice 2. If you're playing that in your Tesla, if you're playing that in your Jeep, if you're playing that in your Maserati, your McLaren, or your regular car, I advise y'all to increase the volume on that. Grab a blunt, grab a spliff, grab a bowl, however you enjoy your cannabis, and sit back and listen to that Kush and Orange Juice too, because it is something to withhold. It is something to behold. All right, we are moving on. Okay, continuing with the headline hunting, we got Jessica Hyatt, okay? She became the national U.S. chess master, making just the second black woman to achieve this title in America. From Brooklyn, New York, her rise to mastery includes notable victories over grandmasters like Michael Rode and Abhimanyu Mishra in 2023 at the All-Girls National Championship title, and I apologize if I got the latter's name wrong. Listen, I love hearing about women playing chess. I love the fact that it is a mental game. It is an ancient game created in Egypt and probably going back to Samaria, as you know, Samaria was the first kingdom on the planet. And it just goes to show that black women are really taking control and really pushing the narrative of high-level human intelligence. They are the smartest group in the country. They are now masters of chess. They are now masters of their destinies. They are now masters of their sexuality, and they will not stop, you ladies and gentlemen, and I applaud them. I really, really do. My thing is, let's keep it a buck 100, right? Let's add some knowledge, wisdom, and understanding into the etiquette of fashion again. Let's take the ideas of sexuality, and this is just my opinion. I'm not stating that, you know, as a demand or anything like that. No. What I'm saying is, as women hold their sexuality to the highest level of standards with intelligence, as an example of Jessica Hyatt being one of the pinnacles of black women intelligence, we can push the line with that on top of etiquette and on top of sexuality. That's all I'm saying, because as we know, you know what I'm saying, as we move into 2026, you know, black women are going to have some of the best opportunities that they've created, you know, that's never been seen before. And I'm looking forward to the evolution of the choices that they're going to make. You see what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to the geopolitical happenings all over the world. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely a chessboard that is going to be played in the near future, and that's what I'm taking from, just the headlines, the headline hero, the headline hunting that we have done on this podcast. And I love it. I love hearing about things like that. I love black men. I did the episode before how 100 black men graduated from an academy to be better fathers. You see what I'm saying? That right there, those kind of headlines is what makes my day. You know what I mean? It's what spurs me to continue to do these podcasts, to continue to hunt for headlines, to continue to shine light on the headline heroes, because they are out there. You see what I'm saying? And me being a solo warrior in this fight, as I move on as a civil servant, being a podcaster, being an activist artist, spoken word artist, business entrepreneur, you know what I mean? It's my duty and it's my responsibility to highlight these things, you know what I'm saying? And that's definitely what I intend to do. All right, so we moving on. Let's get into the back of the house headline.
We in the back of the house. Who in the back of the house? We got the back of the house headline.
The back of the house headline goes to Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher. Will be in Atlanta tomorrow. Okay, his book You Owe You. If you haven't read it yet, it's been out for a couple years now. Ignite Your Power, Your Purpose, and Your Why. Now, if y'all ever heard of Eric Thomas, you heard him. You probably just didn't know it was Eric Thomas. Have you ever heard of the YouTube series Motiversity? Have you ever heard of the YouTube series Motivational Speech? And if you haven't, you have now, because he is the main voice next to Big Dog, who's out here putting motivation into our bloodstreams. If you want it as bad as you want to breathe, and we're talking about success, we're talking about changing the narrative, we're talking about financial security, financial development, and everything in between. Eric Thomas. Okay, I listen to him religiously. Every time where I'm a little down and out, when depression kind of gets the best of me, I listen to Eric Thomas. And I guarantee you, his podcast, The Secret to Success, with Carl Phillips and CJ Quinney, listen, I listen to them almost every day, constantly trying to find some bits and pearls of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that I can take to sleep, that I can take into the next day, and push, forward my narrative as an entrepreneur and as a forever student of the universe. You understand what I'm saying? I love Eric Thomas. He's definitely going to be in Atlanta tomorrow. Grab your tickets if you ain't already got them. If you aren't hip on who he is, the preacher of God, the hip hop preacher of God, again, you need to get down on the podcast, The Secret to Success, with Carl Phillips and CJ Quinney. They are the Avengers to me. Do you understand what I'm saying? They are the dark Avengers to me, because they are lights that shine in the dark minds of our psychological state of minds when we're feeling at our very lowest. All right, I hear his voice every time I feel like I need to take a knee. I get back up. Damn the knee. I keep it moving. Damn the line. I keep it pushing. We gonna keep it going. All right. Again, thank y'all once again for tuning into the podcast. It's Moo Man on the mic. As you know, it's episode 15. We're gonna keep pushing the flag theme. And again, at episode 20, we're gonna get into the combination and the history and the legacy of every flag that I use and the whys behind them. It's your man's Moo Man on the mic.
I don't mean no disrespect, but no way. I can't listen to you, I do this.